Welcome back to another episode of Papé Toolkit. Today, we're going over John Deere's Operations Center Pro Service and what it can do for your operation. You might be asking yourself, what is Pro Service? As some of you might be familiar, there used to be a tool called Customer Service Advisor, and this tool was a localized on your computer based program that allowed you to do some very rough diagnostics on your own tractor. Well, late last year, 2025, John Deere actually unveiled this new product offering to replace that, and it is called Operations Center Pro Service. And this is a little bit more in-depth tool to help you diagnose, repair, and reprogram your tractor the way you want to do it and on your own time frame. So why is it called Operations Center Pro Service? Well, the key of this is run and powered off of your Operations Center account. Operations Center is going to house all of your tractor's serial numbers, and then based on that, we can choose to repair or reprogram any of those tractors that are in your organization. So Operations Center Pro Service comes in, we'll say, 3 different flavors. So the first is Pro Service Individual License. This means that we can select an individual tractor in our fleet and license it through that tractor's serial number. This means that if we select this tractor back here, or say select that tractor there, we would have the ability to perform repairs and work inside the Pro Service app on that tractor and that tractor only. The benefit for your operation on this is it's a very low cost of entry if you just want to dip your toe in the water or if you're a very small fleet. The next flavor of Pro Service is just that. It's called Pro Service. And what this option does is this allows you to operate Pro Service on any tractor in your fleet. So that means if it's construction and forestry, a compact utility tractor, or a full-size 8RT 370, we can work on it as long as that serial number lives in your Operations Center account. And this is not limited to 1 machine, 2 machines, 100 machines. This is as many machines that live in your fleet. So this can range from a smaller business all the way up into a big corporate farm. And the benefit of this is you're really not tied down to individual licenses that you'd have to renew every single year. It's just 1 license once a year, and it's covering everything that lives in your Operations Center account. So the third flavor of Pro Service is called Pro Service Service Business. And what this is intended for is this is your shade tree third-party mechanics who are working on tractors that may not live in their Operations Center. They're working on multiple different farms all across the country, and they need access to these even if they don't have admin rights. So the nice part about that is that, again, it doesn't have to live in their Operations Center account. They can just show up to your farm and work on it with your approval. The caveat to this is that there are several different buckets of the service business license. And some of those buckets are going to be based on the type of machinery that they're working on. So some of those are going to include construction and forestry, agricultural businesses, turf, and golf equipment. So that means if a mechanic is going to work on agricultural businesses, they shouldn't really need a different license. But if they decide to step over into, let's say, construction and forestry, it is going to take a different license. But what are the benefits of the Pro Service license? So like I mentioned before, it's going to give you the ability to diagnose, repair, and reprogram. That means if you have a diagnostic trouble code, you're going to be able to view this trouble code. You're going to be able to repair things that are going wrong, mechanically on your tractor, and then reprogram. And this is new for Pro Service. So this actually gives us the ability to reprogram controllers on this unit over here, this unit over here. So if you have controllers that need updated programming or you're replacing a part and you need to put new programming on there, this gives us the ability to do this on the farm rather than calling a local service tech to come out. We have 2 methods to actually do this diagnosing and reprogramming. And so the first is actually going to utilize the John Deere JD Link modem that lives in tractors like this. So we can actually now do remote diagnostics and actually push programming out to the tractors. And that is going to be online. You don't have to use the localized app. There are going to be instances where you're going to need to actually plug into the tractor at its service advisor port. So it's a convenient little adapter that goes from USB to your 9-pin Service Advisor port. And this can be found online through shop.deere.com, and these are called a USB Link 3. They used to be called an EDL, Electronic Data Link, and the new versions, like I said, are USB Link 3. So we went over the different license types of Pro Service and the different ways that we can actually communicate with these tractors. If you guys have more questions or are interested in giving this product a try, please reach out to your local Precision Ag specialist or your local Papé Machinery service department, and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions you might have, as well as getting you hooked up and set up with Pro Service. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll catch you in the next video.